Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. It's day 5 of 12 Days of Christmas, and we are making Christmas signs with host Brenda at Rustic and Lace DIY and Krista at Krista's Crafty Life. They'll be in my description box along with the entire playlist for day 5. Check everybody out. Let's go. All right, so I've got this sign, and yeah, I'm standing up, and I'm going to cut it out because I want another one. Okay, I want to use them. So this is the foam board, and I accidentally chucked a piece out, and I was like, well, hot dog. So I'm just going to take some spackle and fill it. And this didn't make one lick of sense because the paper came off. Okay? The paper came off the foam board. And I'm not going to use hot glue on it except on the edges, and because it'll melt it. It'll melt the foam board. But look at me carefully spreading that out like peanut butter or mayonnaise on a sandwich, baby, because that's what it reminded me of. And it just came off. And I'm going to paint it with this pink. Okay? Now that does happen. See? But my paper, oh, it just came off. So this is the side that looks the best. So I have these window clings from Walmart for 98 cents. Okay? 98 cents. And I went and fooled around trying to get a hole in this, and I didn't even use the hole in it. I sure didn't. I'll just tell you I didn't. But that good old crocodile, it'll wiggle that sucker in there and get that hole knocked out for you, but I didn't need the hole. But if you don't do what I do, you might need the hole. I don't know, but I didn't need the hole. But anyway, so I'm going to put this house on there, a gingerbread man and a gingerbread lady. I saw these gingerbreads and I thought I need these. And then joy down at the bottom, because we all need that, especially in this day and age. But anyway, so I didn't like the glitter and I was going to do something about it, but I ended up not doing it. So this is glitter fabric paint, okay? And this is for setting rhinestones and things like that. I don't know what I'm showing you that for. I really don't know. I don't know what my brain was thinking at that time. But I tell you what, this jar was a booger to get open. Like, it was a devil to get it open. I finally broke my arm and got it, but I'm going to take this brush. This is a junky brush. And I'm going to spread this stuff on here. And this stuff is sticky. And it's like, it's a glue, is what it is. It's a glue. So it will glue these down there. No bubbles, no wrinkles, no nothing. It's repositionable until you get it where you want it. Okay? I was having trouble getting it in the center because this girl hardly ever measures anything. So I'm just going to put that glitter stuff. It is glitter paint. Glitter fabric paint for gems or decorating shirts or whatever. Yeah, that's what that is. I just put it in a jar because it was drying up in the tubes. See me do you see me moving those? Yeah, it's wonderful. So let me get these out where I want them. And then, oh, I'm just going to tell you and skip all this. I'm putting this stuff down and I will, get my stuff on there the way I want it. And I'm going to put a coat of that over the top of it. Okay. I'm just going to coat everything when I get all my stuff on it. Okay, here's what it looks like. I got all my candy and everything on there. So I'm going to number 2 because I can't talk about the first one, okay? I just can't get the words out, so we're just going to do this. So I've had this stuff in my stash for a while, since last year I know, or the year before, and I've been wanting to do one of these, and y'all probably know where I'm going with this, but I guarantee you ain't seen one like mine. But anywho, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. Now, I was going to cut around, just a big part, but there's actually a line in there and you can just follow that line all the way around and it doesn't go up against the edge there. So I'm going to go and cut all this out with my X-Acto knife. Make sure you have something under it because you'll ruin your knife. There it is. Now you're going to pull your sticky off because your sticky, it just attaches to the whole thing. It's really weird. So there's my inside right there. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm carefully going to trim around where I got some jagged edges because I'm not real good. Now look at these. They're finally back in stock, y'all. I can link them in my description. I mean, not my description. They're in my Amazon store. I always say my description box. They're in my Amazon store. Now I'm trying to find one that'll fit in there. Look. Oh my goodness. They're Christmas cows. They're so cute. They are so cute. I don't know, but look at all of them. There's a ton of them that will fit. If you choose to do a project like this, a ton of them that'll fit. But anyway, you better get these now. They have them in stock and they go fast if you want them. They are in my Amazon store in the general crafts. So I should have, okay, I should have took this, now thinking about it, and flipped it over and put it on that stuff. But me trying to be even Steven here and get it all mapped out was wrong in the first place, because you can't find a center point, and I'm doing all this work for nothing when you just have to feel at the top and feel at the bottom. As long as you got your top on there and your little nub at the bottom in it, you're good to go. You do need a center line to line up those two lines if you have to do it like me. But look at there. I got it just so perfect. And you don't put it there. See the point at the bottom hanging out? You do not want your point hanging out. So I'm going to draw my line, and this is all for nothing, people. I'm just, don't, I gotta go. Look, all you gotta do is put your top and your bottom, measure the middle line, paint in the middle. It don't even matter if you get paint on it. I've got paint everywhere. So I painted the middle white, or actually it's plaster by Waverly. And I'm going to paint this, and the way to do that, the best way, is to take a sponge pouncer and pounce your paint on there, because if you try to do a paintbrush, you're going to have some streaks, baby, and it's going to take 2 or 3 coats. This was 1 coat with a pouncer, and look, it's beautiful, ain't it? Beautiful. So I'm going to put it in there. Now I can see my lines, and I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to put my little cow in there. This is the one I chose, and you just cut them out, and you know how rub-on transfers go. Look, I done moved the stinking thing trying to, this is a dry erase pen. I love using these. And I'm going to set it, the wrong marks on it, and mark it, erase it off, and put new marks on, and then I'm going to take that off, and that's where he goes. So now I'm just going to take, and I can line those marks up with the marks that I see underneath of there. And I don't know what I'm doing, because my marks is going to be on that, and I realized that after I did that, and I'm like, do things the hard way, y'all. I don't know why this was so complicated for me. I'm sure you've seen other crafters do this so easy, but me just going back and forth because my brain is stressed out, and I cannot compute how to get this cow on the center of this where my hole is. I'm serious, y'all. I'm just pray for me. That's all I got. Just pray for me, because yeah. Look, they're on there. I don't know what I was thinking. So now I gotta do, yeah, look, it works, Goofy. So just, taking my stick, look, these transfer so nice. Like, they are nice. So I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna peel it, and if you see anything that comes up, just start scraping it back down. Just put it back down, scrape it again, like that right there. Just, and you can scrape while you're pulling, and yeah, but that's how you get transfer off. They're really easy peasy. I know you've seen me before. These ain't shiny like the other ones I got. These are like good quality transfers. I love them. I really love them. I can't express that enough. So anyways, I'm going to be ordering from them again. So now I am going to erase my lines. I'm going to erase my lines. Why are you erasing your lines when you're going to cover them up? It doesn't matter. Maybe this is my OCD. I don't know. Do I even have OCD, or do I have just something seriously wrong with me? Yeah, that's what it is. It's something seriously wrong with me. That's what it is. So look, I gotta feel at the top. I'm trying to get it even. I do see the line in the middle still, and that's okay because I'll paint over that in a minute. But I'm putting this on there, and I'm just gonna peel up, and I'm gonna use my hot glue. And you'll see me take my hot glue and start going around, and then I'll add a little bit in the middle. Now you got to put this down fast, because once the glue gets cold, it'll leave lumps on the back of that, and it's harder to deal with, just trust me. So I'm going to peel this up, and I'm going to glue this all the way around this thing until I get it all stuck down. Okay, so it's all down and I'm going to go around the inside edge, but make sure you don't put a lot of glue because it'll spew out and then you got to pick it like this and then your paint's going to chip and it's going to look real funny. Don't ask me how I know, but I'm just telling you, okay? I'm just telling you. So, once I get that done, I am going to what am I going to do? I don't know. Oh, I got to flip it over, get it back on my mat here, my cutting mat, and then I have to cut it out. So I'm just going to go around and cut that all out. And now I'm going to take vintage photo. Of course I am. And I'm going to distress my ornament here, I guess it is, and bring out that detail back out, okay? And it darkened my red quite a bit, but that's okay. The cow's brown, so yeah, brown don't hurt. So now I'm gonna take this thick jute cord because on the side of it, um, where it has those doodads here, I'll show you. Look, that was good timing, wasn't it? It has holes in it. Like, oh look, I brightened it up. That's wonderful. Good going. Y'all, that was upside down. It must be my OCD today because that was upside down and I couldn't pull the cord out with it being on the wrong way. I'm so crazy. But I couldn't get it. So I had to flip it over before I could pull my cord. But anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a thin layer of glue with this hot glue detailed gun around the edge there. See what I'm doing? And I'm carefully going to just lay that down and push it in. But when I push it, I'm going to pull it to the front just a little bit so you can actually see it. I don't want to put 2 layers because putting this one on was long enough. I didn't want to do 2. But if you want to do 2, you most certainly can. And then I got thinner jute and put in the middle and then wound it around the top there. And now I am sanding off to get more detail in this. And y'all, I'm look at it. Oh, and then I put a little jute hanger on the back. I'm not sure if this ain't my favorite. I'm not sure. I'm torn. I'm torn, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to take this greenery and I'm going to put it right here and I don't think that it's going to stay with hot glue. So, bring out the old stapler. This is the Dollar Tree Products stapler. It's just a little simple stapler. And I'm going to staple that right in there. And if you're not careful, it'll come out the back. Them are crooked. Are they crooked? Oh no, I got them on. So, one of these DIYs, I think I pulled it up. I'm not sure. I can't even remember what I did. I just did it a minute ago. So I love this ribbon. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna go over. Let me show you how to make this bow. Go over like this. Get your doodads the size you want them. Your little loopies there. All right, go under. Make sure cross it a little bit. Go over. Okay, so you got your 2 loops right there. Make sure they're even. Go under, cross it over a little bit, and then go back over. That's 3 loops. If you want to, you can do 4 or however many you want. I just want 3. Cut that off at an angle. Y'all, I cut that too short, but I fixed it. You can't tell. So now that I have that like that, I am going to staple it. Put a staple right there. That'll hold it until I get my tail. So I'm just going to cut a tail. I don't know how long. I don't know. I don't measure. I'm just doing it. You don't got to measure these bows. You really don't. I don't want my tail down on my cow's head, but I don't want it short to look goofy. So yeah, if I have to trim it, I can trim it. So I'm going to set that in the middle and I'm going to find the middle because I lost it. And then I'm going to set that in the middle. And then something else happens that's tragic. Yep, right there, I pulled it out. I knew something. I'm just, I know me. I know, I remember that. So I'm going to take a needle with some, what is that stuff? Dental floss. And I'm going to put my needle right through my bow and go around. Y'all, didn't have a lot on this needle. I had to back it off. I'm pulling it tight and then just tie it off in the back. That's all you got to do. put a couple strings around there and tie it in a knot and tie it off. You can use jute, but I prefer dental floss for what I'm going to do because I am going to um, cut off another little piece of that ribbon, and I'm going to fold it. When I get done fooling around with this, I'm going to cut a piece off right there, and I'm going to fold it so that those edges aren't showing, and I'm going to wrap that right in the middle. And I'm going to glue it, and then glue your tabs because they'll be open where you folded it, and you want everything glued together. And then I'm going to pull it over, cut it off, and then I'm going to glue inside the ribbon holes and then glue it down and just hold it down with my gun. Now I am going to put, oh, it's so cute. I love it. I'm going to put a big blob of glue right there. And I'm going to poke that thing down in that big blob of glue and hold that until it sets. It's not going to go nowhere. And then you just curl your tails down and fluff your bow out there. And yeah, it's cute. See where it's coming apart right there? I cut it too short, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to take the end of my glue gun and I'm going to tuck it just barely down in that hole and leave it alone. And I'm good to go. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so this one I've got 2 of these long Dollar Tree wood, plain wood signs. I have not seen these in a while, but I went to all the Dollar Trees, but yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. And then I got some big giant gagging sticks. These are craft sticks, not tongue depressors. Could you imagine that in your mouth? Ugh, boy, you would throw up. Anyway, and then I've got a pack of large paint stir sticks. Yep, that's what I got. So I'm going to put these signs together, and I've flipped them around until I got the sides that'll match. So I'm going to cut the ends off of these. I got these big honking scissors, but that hurt my hand. I couldn't do it. Kudos to you, Kathy Joe, because that hurt. I ended up with a Dollar Tree pruning shears. That worked better for me. So I'm going to take, what is that? Wood glue in the middle, and then 2 layers of hot glue on the sides, and I'm going to smush them sticks down. Now that I got those, I'm going to mark where I want these cut. They're still in the package, y'all. Still in the package, and I took them to my miter saw in there and cut them down. So now I am going to, one of them splintered really bad, so I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to sand my ends where I cut it because, saw gets it a little bit jagged. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to sand that off, and then I'm going to get the 2 that look the best. And I'm going to sand my boards because they're rough. They're still rough. This didn't do anything. I should have sanded the fire out of it, and I didn't. I just said forget it. And make sure you wipe all your sand and dust off because you don't want to paint over that. That would be just a tragic mess. And I am going to get my wood stain that I'm in love with now. And I am going to get a sponge. The sponge I had yesterday, I ended up washing it out because I ripped a hole in my glove fooling with it. But I'm going to just put my glove on, and I'm going to take that sponge and I'm going to start staining my board. Now, if you missed it yesterday, look at the stain. It's dark walnut. Oh, goodness, look at that. It's beautiful. I just love it. Don't you love it? Oh, I know you do. Okay, so there it is. All pretty. So I'm not putting those little things on it yet because this is my first silk skin stint. This is my first silk screen stencil, and I bought this off Amazon. I'm not going to fuzz it because this thing is slick and it's hard to stick on there. It'll peel right back up, and I want to make sure that I don't mess it up. It's my first one. I don't want to mess up my first one. I want to do it right, but anyway, it was crooked. It's crooked. So I'm not measuring, I'm guesstimating here. And I'm going to put it right down in the middle, and it's going to be perfect. I know it's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take a brayer, and I'm going to go over it because it wasn't sticking. So this will help stick it down a little bit, and it was not hard to pull up at all. So I'm going to take this, you can use chalk paint. This is homemade chalk paste, and all it is chalk paint with calcium carbonate, I think it is, and a little bit of hand sanitizer. I mean, just a little bit of hand sanitizer. Look up homemade chalk paste or DIY chalk paste recipes, and you'll get some. That's how I got it. So I'm just going to take my squeegee that I've had forever without no transfers, and I'm going to put my paint on. Y'all do not have to watch me do this. You just smear it on, and it does not take much paint at all. So if you really want to buy the other ones on anywhere, you can. So just pull straight up, and it worked. My first one worked. Y'all, I'm so proud of myself, and it's so pretty until I put polyacrylic on it to seal it. I shouldn't have sealed it. I don't think I should have spray sealed it instead of did what I did, but I did what I did. So I'm going to do the same method and put these on the sides because I got to have something um thicker and stable. I polyacryliced it, and it turned it brown. It turned it brown. I was like, the white dulled it. So I'm going to do something with these shoes, but I've had these for 2 years too. They came from Walmart, and they're just Christmas ornaments. And this is why I had to have that thicker board there. So I'm going to just put them on there, and then I'm going to take this handy dandy stapler from, for Dollar Tree stuff, and I'm going to put 2 staples in there because I don't trust one. So I'll put 2 staples in there, and I'm just going to hang them by the hanger that was on it because why not? The hanger was there. Now I can't flip them around facing each other because the stuff would be on the other side and I couldn't get it out. I wasn't trying real hard though. But anyway, there they are. And then I am going to take my skates, since that other was brown, and I'm going to dirty up my skates. This is vintage photo. And all I'm going to do is smear this all over my skates. And I absolutely love this when I did this to these, because they're dirty skates. These people been skating a lot in a mud hole. I guess. I don't know. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Okay? It's pretty. Okay, so now I got this greenery, and I had it laying over there. It looks like Christmas threw up in my room. Y'all, I'm not kidding. But anyways, I'm going to take these, and I'm going to push hard and put quite a few staples in there because that's what I pulled up. That's when I pulled it up. I ripped it right up. These staples, they're not that great. So I'm actually going to glue it and staple it in, okay? But I'm going to put this felt down, and that's going to help. I'm going to glue these down. So I'm going to glue the felt down. Felt is a miracle. It's just something, I don't know. And then glue those right there. And then I'm going to staple them. Okay? Right through the glue and everything. I don't care. You see all that glue? Well, I'm going to cover it up. Moss. This moss, I can't help it. It covers up the multitude of sins. But anyway, I put my moss down there, and then I am going to glue my pine cone. Now, I glued it down too far, and you can't see my K. What I'm going to do at the end, I saw it, and I'm going to take a heat gun, and I'm going to get that off and put it back up where it belongs, where I can see my K, because it made me nervous. It tore up my nerves. So I'm putting just acrylic paint with the distressing all over everything. And making it look like it's got snow, okay? Whew, I'll get it out in a minute. So I'm going to put hot glue on here, and I'm going to put a little piece of felt. Me and my felt. My felt and my moss. So anyways, I put that on there, and make sure you put it up. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. So I got to move it up some, but it looks good. And I put a hanger on the back, but I'm just leaning it right now. So now we're back to the sign because it is dry. Now look, I was going to take puff paint and outline all that silver. Y'all, I ain't even. I was trying, and I ended up wiping it off. We're silver. We're silver glitter because I'm not doing that. I didn't have time, and I'm not doing it. Right now, I'm missing an action. Hey, I'm back. I went to get a bag of mop head stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna use all this. I am. This is from a imagination DIY thing, but it's handy. I like it. So I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna glue. See, I gave you a thumbs up. Glue it all the way around like that right there, and I even used it to glue a hanger on the back. So here are my DIYs, and I absolutely love all of them. That little gingerbread thing's going in my kitchen. And That is so precious. Is it not precious? Look at that thing. Reminds me of Kathy Joe. I mean, not the cow. I'm talking about she does things with Highland cows that don't judge me. Don't get me wrong. I said it wrong. It just, that's something Kathy Joe would do, okay? That's going in my kitchen. Whew. Let me dig myself out of this. Now, y'all, I have the song at the end. If you want to know what's next, stay tuned. If not, then I'll catch you later. But thank you so much for watching. You are a blessing. You are a blessing, okay? So yeah. So wait for the song. Unless you want to leave, then you can go. Goodbye. On the 5th day of Christmas. Y'all really want to know what this is, don't you? You really want me to tell you? Are you anticipating this? You really want to know what number 5 is? Do you? Oh my gosh. Okay. You asked for it. Here it is. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 seam rippers, 4 yards of fabric, 3 pairs of scissors, 2 packs of needles, and a brand new sewing machine. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. You guys are truly a blessing. Goodbye. I'll catch you tomorrow, Lord willing.